Hi everyone, Linda Israel here. Thank you so much for being here during my live stream. I greatly appreciate your support. I've pre-recorded this so that we can have some of the behind the scenes done while you listen to me for just a moment. I again want to thank you so very much for being here during my live stream. If you could, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends so that they can come join us. And if you will also give me a comment in the comment section after this video is done, and then definitely speak up in the chat and say hi. Lastly, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Now, if you're watching this as a replay, generally, if you're on a computer, you can go down below and look for the little gear. You can change that and make the speed faster. If you're on a mobile device, look up in the corner, up in this area for 3 little dots, and you can change the speed there as well. Those of you that are here live, do definitely speak up in the chat. I greatly appreciate you being here. Well, those that are here live earn a virtual currency. Junkie Joe should be coming up here in just a moment, and you'll be able to check how many bucks that you have. What are bucks? They're junk bucks. It's just a virtual point system that I have created on my account when we're live so that you can redeem those once you get to 2,000 for a $10 off coupon to my shop. So you can type exclamation point bucks to see how many that you have. And if you have 2,000 and you're ready for a coupon code, type exclamation point award, and my official note takers will take down that information. Now, if you haven't already created an account on my website at lindaisrael.com, please do so, and then send me a message through the contact form letting me know what your YouTube username is. Why? So I'll have your email address and I can email you your coupon code. Also, if you make a donation throughout this live stream, you can be added to my YouTube donators membership that I have on my website. So again, create an account, say, hey, Linda, I donated, and tell me what your username is on YouTube if it's different. That way I can get you added to that. At the end of this stream, I will have journals made, and you will have the opportunity to win one of those journals. Throughout the live stream, we'll have some various raffles, and we also have in-chat games. So be looking out for that in the chat, and I'll kind of speak it up when I get to it. For example, if you type exclamation point raffle, right now you can be in a chance to win 200 junk bucks. So you'll be well on your way to getting 2,000 junk bucks. Normally, Robin is my official note taker. Sometimes Angelica is my official note taker. It kind of depends on what's going on. These are members and administrators of my Facebook group, the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. If you haven't joined that group, we'd love to have you come and join us over there. What else? Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. Hey, if you have a question, try to put it in all caps. That way I'll see it. If I don't see it, please don't be offended. The chat sometimes moves fast, and I'm usually looking down trying to create things. So please ask again. But if you know the answer that someone else's question, please go ahead and answer for them. I greatly appreciate that. Let's see, what else? Oh, if you have a YouTube channel, you can't post your link, but you can say, I have a YouTube channel, and tell us a little bit about it. Tell us your channel name, something like that. Tell us what you do. We're going to get started here in just a moment. I'm looking at the time. So roughly 5 minutes is when I'll get started. So it should be just a few more seconds. So definitely hang out in the chat, and we'll get started here in just a moment. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you haven't already, get in on the raffle for 200 junk bucks. So glad to have you here. Merry Christmas, and of course, Happy New Year. That's coming up in a couple of days. I am, as I said at the beginning, I'm Linda Israel, and we're going to do some junk journal creation today. But I want to thank each and every one of you for supporting me. Please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Hey, and if you would, after the video, leave a comment below what you thought about this video, or if you have any questions, or maybe if you have a suggestion for a journal that you want me to create in the future. I want to thank Giovanna. I sent her some journals that she won during our live streams, and she created this a really cute explosion box house. So she's decorated all of the sides with, I guess you'd call those some religious papers, religious themes or Christian themes, because they've got baby Jesus. And this opens up, and she poked a note in here and little tissue filled with some candy. And then the lid comes off, and she even decorated the inside. And you open this out, and she used some really pretty papers inside, and then she stuffed this full of some more candy. And I just thought this was really cute, very clever. I got it just in time for Christmas. So thank you so very much, Giovanna, for sharing that with me. I will treasure it. I even asked for the instructions in case I want to make one in the future. So it's super, super cute. Yeah, it's a digital from Artie Mays. Okay, gotcha. It's super, super cute. I appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Oh, so yeah, you've had a white Christmas. Wonderful. Well, we had a warm Christmas. I think it was 80 degrees here on Christmas Day. We were outside just enjoying the beautiful weather. Okay, today I'm going to use some leftover bits that I've had. I'm also going to use, I'm not necessarily going to use this particular page, but this is from Norella's 12 Days of Christmas. And what she did was she created a digital download for 12 days, and it ends up making a journal kit. So you get these beautiful papers. She has some beautiful cards in it. She even has a bunch of different tags and whatnot. And so she reminded me that she had those today, so I downloaded them so I would have them. And I thought we might incorporate a few of those things with some of the other things that I have set aside here. I generally make an 8.5 by 11 journal folded in half, which makes that 5.5 by 8.5 tall. I've got in front of me a dictionary page. Sometimes I'll use these as what I call a foundation page and then layer on top of it, mainly because it's relatively thin paper, and the more bulk you add to a page, that makes your journal that much more fluffy. So if you've ever noticed that you've got that huge gator mouth of a journal, probably you need to put in some pages that don't have items glued to the page. So think thin sheets of paper. Maybe use just a page of copy paper that you painted or stamped or stenciled upon, but didn't glue a bunch of things on, and it won't make your journal quite so fat. But if you like that fat look, go ahead, be my guest. So I got a sheet of paper here, and then I've got some ends and bits and pieces of some, I call these my gel print mop-ups, if you will. Basically, whenever I gel print around that outside edge, I may go ahead and put down an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and I will press that into place, but then I'll have the borders around it. So I'll use a scrap of paper and go around it. Now this one, I went in and I added some tattered angels. So let's do that here so you can kind of see the gist of what I mean. So I'm grabbing a paintbrush that I can dip down into some tattered angels. And I think I want to do a pink. So I happen to have a bottle here. This happens to be Party Pink. It's almost empty. And so I'm going to come in here. Hey, Rhonda, welcome, welcome, welcome. And we're just going to add a little color where there was nothing on the gel plate. So it didn't fill in where that text is. And I could spray it, but I kind of feel like that if I spray it, it could alter other areas of the paper. So if I just use a paintbrush and then just slightly coming in and add a little bit of color, it works. Hey, Margie, thank you so much for your donation. Merry Christmas, everybody, and Happy New Year. Thank you so much for supporting me and coming to hang out with me. Hey, do feel free to ask questions throughout the live. If you have questions, I'll try to look and see what you're saying. It does make it just adds just a little bit to it, doesn't it? Just adding a little bit of Tattered Angels kind of fills that in. Clean out my brush, set that aside. So I've got a couple of pages here. I mean, I have some more scraps. I'm kind of going through all my scraps here. Let's see what else I have. Oh yeah, I had that piece. Okay. So I don't need to cover the whole page per se, but I do want to cover quite a bit of it, so I'm kind of looking, decide, okay, so if I go like this maybe, and maybe like that, maybe I'll put a piece down here. I think I need some more, so I'm going to look at my file folder. Our file folder, my baggie that I put things in. And sometimes I have some really good ones laying here on top, and sometimes I don't. I only have like 4 or 5 of these baggies here. Oh wait, maybe? No, I don't like that one. What is this? That's got some green. There's got some blue. Let's use a piece of this just for some variety. I'm going to actually cover it up, but I wanted to have, I don't know, that option for some of this. So what I'm going to do is try to go right side up. I'm going to glue this piece down on this edge. And basically, I'm just covering it. I'm not going to pay attention necessarily to how I'm putting it down, because I am going to put another piece of paper on top or other elements on top. So right now I'm just kind of decorating the page with a little something. I'll just kind of look, that lines up. I'll grab my scissors and trim it off. You like that painted streak effect? Well, that's just part of the gel print, Norella, that was just leftover bits, and I just thought it would be kind of fun to use some of those on my pages, mainly because it's just kind of, it is junky looking, especially because we're just using it to clean up. All right, I think that's what I want. So, you know, if you have gel prints that you're like, oh, it's not perfect, it's okay, it could have been better, we'll put it down as a foundation and put other things on top of it. Well, thank you, Robin. Thank you, Rhonda, for your donations. I greatly appreciate your support. All right. So I'm just kind of overlapping it just a little here. And I'll use sometimes I'll use my bone folder. I use whatever tools I have at my disposal. I'm trying to decide. I think I want to go ahead and put this little strip of blue down here. It's going to be covered up, I think. I still want to put it down here. I think it'll be nice and colorful. This will be a thick page when we get done. Kind of overlap it just a little. And then we'll trim this off. Sometimes I'll use my paper cutter. Sometimes I'll just use scissors to cut it. Kind of depends upon my mood and how big the piece of paper is. I did get a new pair of scissors just before Christmas that I'll use for cutting fabric bits. Okay, that gives us some nice patterns here. I'm going to glue this little piece down that I missed. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, I hope you feel better. Thanks for being here. Okay, so there is somewhat of a start here. I showed y'all last week a way that the Paper Outpost creates a pocket by folding a book page up, and I thought that might look kind of cute on our page. I'll go ahead and fold it in half, just so I know where my center mark is. And that's why I said it was okay that this was so loud below. We're covering it up just a little bit on our page here. Now over here I have, this is from my blackberries that I had last summer. I dyed a bunch of paper and I thought that might look kind of cute. Maybe we'll layer it. Something like this. got some other little elements here, maybe. This is Paris. These were some rubber stamped images that I put onto some book pages that I painted. Maybe something like that. I don't know. I'm just playing around, kind of collaging to see what'll happen. I've got some journal cards that'll go in this side. I do have this green piece. Maybe we'll do something. Oh, I like this. How about like that? And I have some other little elements here. These are some of Norella's papers that I tore. I'm thinking maybe I'll change this. Okay, so I'm kind of liking this little collage look here that we've got going on. And you know, it's okay to change your mind if you get out a few things and you don't end up using them. It's okay. In fact, I'm just going to toss these up here out of the way for a moment. That's going to be my other side of the page. So I think now what I want to do is I want to add some little decorations to these pieces of paper. I've done some stenciling over here. I know I'm going to put this as a pocket. This one is too big for that, but this one will work back here. So I'm going to glue this down as a pocket onto the page. And then that way the glue will be drying, and then I can put my journal cards in the pockets. Now I found this little image, so what if we were to put it right here on this corner, and then it could be another little tuck spot. Isn't that fun? It's a pocket that the Paper Outpost showed on her channel, and I think she calls it like a quadruple pocket. I can show you real fast. Let me grab a book page. Oh, can't tear it out of the book though, apparently. There we go. Okay, so you take a rectangle piece of paper and you fold it to where it's straight but peeks up past your page. Okay, and then you fold this over, and then you fold this over, and you can tuck this piece into that piece. And now you have a pocket here, a pocket there, a pocket here, a pocket here, and a pocket in the very back. Does that make sense? It's really simple. Just play with it. All right, so we glued that side down. Let's decorate these pieces. I'm going to set this aside for a second and grab a scrap of paper. So what do I want to put on these pieces? Let's put a different stencil pattern on each one. I've got here the Diamonds with Flair stencil, and I know that it's already got some pink ink on it. So I'm grabbing the picked raspberry and a blending brush, and we're just going to come over that. And that leaves a little pattern. So I'll set that aside for a moment. And let's grab from, got the January 2022 Stencil Club. So I'm going to lay that down. And I'm trying to decide. I think I'm going to go this way with these. I kind of felt like I was in a diamond mode. So I ended up doing a series of diamond stencils. This one's called Seedless Preserves. It's kind of a pink color, but I thought it would look good on top of this purple. So it's another shade of pink. All right, and then let's grab, I'll show y'all the whole set. So there's this stencil, and we have one other here that I haven't used yet. Let's use this one. It doesn't have diamonds in it, but the other side, that other half did. And let's use that on here. And we'll do it at an angle. All right, and we'll use the Mermaid Lagoon on top of this green. Okay, I like that. You think that looks pretty? Now, let's see here. Do I want to add any stamping to those? Maybe we'll stamp a border. I'm having fun using this connected curl border. Connected curl border. Oh, thank you, Lori, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Your package is going out tomorrow. I finally got everything put together. I got a couple of orders that came in over the Christmas weekend, and those will be going out tomorrow. All right, so I'm just going to stamp along the edges here. I think we could get away with using the same pattern. I'm just going to kind of lay it back over here so we can see if we overlap it together. Hey, Morgan. Well, I hope you feel better. Rhonda said she was home sick today, so please y'all feel better. You like that stencil? Thank you. My stencil club. I was trying to come up with some different patterns that weren't necessarily flowers. Okay, so let's bring this back over here. So if I'm going to put that up there, I kind of have this little piece. Maybe that in the middle. Layer that down in the bottom. You know, and I've already laid it out differently than when I first put it down, which is okay. I think maybe this one can be right there. And I might overlap that just a little bit. Oh, thank you, Morgan, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so we're kind of got some little collages going on. Let's see if there's anything else I want to change here. I've got a little piece of fabric. Maybe we'll put a sentiment on it down here. I won't cut it yet. I was just cutting the edge off. So maybe something like that. I may move this over a little bit. We'll leave that there. Maybe we'll put a word phrase on top of that. Okay, what do you think? Oh, no. Y'all take care of yourselves. All right, so I'm going to glue down this pink piece first because I want this on top of it. I may have it upside down. I think I do. Okay, I'm going to change this. We're going to put it down here. I'm going to put this one up there. Do I like that? I think I liked it that it was upside down, but I have a different image. Let's see. Well, I think it goes that way. I have this image. Well, this one won't matter. Let's look at it. So what if we were to use this up at the top? And it wouldn't have to be upside down or make me think that it's upside down. You really like it? Okay, good. The crazy patterns, come on now. Well, you know, part of it is just I'm using color schemes that I enjoy. So they go together really well. Oh, thank you, Ruby Lily, for your donation. You know, so you can just kind of play around in the same color scheme. You know, if you're doing all black and red, well then just have all black and red scraps, maybe some coffee dyed scraps. I think now I'm going to put this behind. Maybe I'll come off the edge a little bit. Sometimes that's what you have to do. You have to kind of think outside the box here. And then we'll cut this piece off, even with the edge. Okay, that's what we'll do. All right, so I'm going to apply this one down. I put my glue down somewhere. Yes, I think I didn't check. I haven't checked my messages in a couple of days because of Christmas. I'm sure they're there, and I will respond to you tomorrow. I have not looked at my computer stuff. I apologize. All right, so I'm going to put that to where it's kind of coming over it. So I'm looking. All right, so I'm going to put this one kind of in the center here. This is also good if your papers are really thin. Like this is a very thin paper that if I wrote on it, it could bleed through to the other side. Well, because I'm putting it onto another piece of paper, you won't be able to see the back side of it. I'm making sure I'm not getting too close to my fold. All right, so I'm going to glue this piece down. Okay, perfect. If you mention your YouTube name and I have your email address, I can get it all connected. If y'all do that for me, I can figure it out. Anytime you win a prize, make sure you go over to my website at lindaisrael.com and create a user account and then say, hey, my name on YouTube is, and this is my real name or my mailing name, and then I can get your prize sent out to you. Okay, I think I like that. You see that okay? And then this piece is going to go up here. I may need to put a little something over here. We could, now, I got to find the right thing, you know. I don't know. We'll play with it some more. I may make this a tuck spot just in case. I don't have anything today to put in it on my agenda per se. But if I glue it down where you can tuck something behind there. All right. And then this piece I'm going to glue down up here. So I'll glue down this leading edge. And then come in here. And then we'll cut this off. And what we could do, since I have this little piece, I could just put it down here at the bottom, and it kind of looks like it goes together on the page. I think it does, whether you like it or not. Okay. We're just going to town on this page. All right, so I'm going to kind of line it up with the edge. I didn't do this edge, so we'll do that. So there's our page. I think we may need a sentiment or word phrase. So I have this little piece of teal blue. I used it somewhere else. I'm trying to use it again here. All right, so I've got some words. How about, let's do love. You know, I haven't done the little short words. And I think it'll fit on this one. Let's see if it'll fit. Oh yeah, that'll fit. It'll fit! I save all the strips when I cut the digitals or when I'm making the cards for products that I sell. I save all these little strips and it comes in real handy for a sentiment. because generally it's cut pretty straight because I do it on my paper cutter. All right, we got that. All right, so we got this little piece. So what if we take this and put it right there? That kind of gives us a little element on the page. What do you think? I think I like it. Whether you do or not, I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm going to do it. Yeah, I think all the doctors are getting booked up. All right, I think that'll work right there. Yeah. It might just be you, Connie, because no one else says it's blurry. Refresh. Okay, we'll put this right here. So now we have a nice little collaged page that when we come to it, I'm just going to put this over here. So let's pretend that you flip to that page. So this is what you're going to see. And it's relatively flat because even though I have a tuck spot there, I've used some thin paper, so it's not super bulky. And then we've got this side, and we're going to put a few elements in the pockets here. So I have this long journal card that can go down in the back here. And I thought I saw some more thingies that we could use. Oh, I've got this tag. Let's see if it'll fit in one of these pockets. Okay, it'll fit there. And then this is from the Artful kit. This is from Norella's new, you can only get it through her email. You got to get on her email list. Oh, and here's a little envelope. What I did was the envelope was designed to print on a full 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So I went into the software where I print photos, is how I used mine through Windows Explorer. And I told it to print that page as a 5 by 7. And she happens to have 2 of these envelopes. So I shrunk it down so it's a much smaller envelope. And then I printed the pretty papers that she has for the backside. For the journal card inside, I use my henna rose with, it looks like the Distress Oxide speckled egg, and just made a little card. It's a slightly smaller than an artist trading card on one of these because I had to trim it because I didn't fold the envelope precisely, but it's just super cute and just adds a little extra layer in there, if you will. And then I've got another one of her tags. So I'm going to put that right there. So we've got all these different heights going on. You love just bright colors, bright colors. All right, so let's flip this over. And this is from the Sweet Elegance kit. I printed this way, way, way back when I had ink for my, or toner for my laser printer. And this is a 5 by 7 journal. It wasn't sized to be 8.5 by 11. So I printed a bunch of these pages and had them setting aside, and I had not done anything with them. So I thought I might as well use them. I've got a gel print here in the background. Basically, it looks like I was cleaning off my gel plate and I just did some pretty teal paper. So what I think I'm going to do is cheat, really, and use her digitals on top of my gel prints. And I think that just kind of makes that page. It's pretty. There's a little bit of writing space in there. We could make this a tuck spot if you want. I think I'm just going to glue it together. All right, so I'm going to put some glue here and here. So this is what I mean by don't put a whole bunch of layers onto one sheet. So this would be one side of it. And because I'm doing the whole 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, don't think you have to. I tend to find that it helps me in my process if I do the same design on both sides here across for time, okay? If you have more time, you could put completely different individual elements on either page. You don't have to repeat it like I am. And I think that's what I'm going to do, is just put these at an angle, and I'm okay if they overlap. I think that's what I want. I'm going to put this one down first. You love that idea? You know, so cut the journal pages apart. Cut your scrapbook paper apart and try layering them a little bit. I don't tend to layer a lot of full sheets of paper because it does add bulk, but I also find like I'm wasting paper. So sometimes what I would do is cut just a strip to go around this outside edge, maybe a strip in the middle, and then I would actually have this piece that I could use somewhere else. But I didn't want to create more scraps today. I'm one of those that likes to get more bang out of my papers by cutting them up into little pieces, but I also wanted to show where you could just do a full page. We've got a little birdie there and a little lady there. All right, so let's put sentiment on here. I think we can stamp directly onto this. So let's do magical. And we'll stamp it right here. So I'm just using black archival ink. And I'm going to stamp that right here. Magical, beautiful or delightful in such a way as to seem removed from everyday life. Magical. And then let's put something over here. How about this one? It says choose joy. This is overkill on the stamp pad, but I'm going to put that, where do I want to put it? I'm going to put it right here, where it says choose joy at the bottom. I like it. Okay. Put your stamps back where they belong so you can use them again, my friend. Simple page. We did a lot of layering over here. We did some stenciling. We've added some layers on top of the stencil paper here, and I'll just fold this in half to get it smoothed all out. And that's what it'll look like on this side and that side. Like it? All right, y'all get in on the raffle. I'm going to add a little bit more glue right here. Poke, poke, nudge, nudge. Okay, got that page. I'll show you a couple of pages I made before the video so that I could tell you about them. Same concept of using my scraps and layering the images. These are from Norella's Purple Elegance. This time I told it to print the 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper as a 4 by 6 photo. And when I did, it had these two pages were be side by side. It really shrunk them down to a much smaller image, which I thought was perfect for layering on here. This was some of my beautiful green paper that I have in my stash that I've sprayed with a little bit of the same pink Tattered Angels Party Pink, just lightly misted it. And then I stamped over the top of it with picked raspberry, and I used the Bella Rose stamp and stamped that around. I did On This Day and I Am Enough onto some strips of scraps of paper. Behind that is a strip of gel print that I just happen to have laying here on my desk. And then this is a page out of an old Bible. These were strips left over from when I trimmed out the envelopes that I showed you just a moment ago. This was the strips because I made it smaller and I thought it was perfect for this. And then using the black paper. So if you have, you know, really dark color junk mail, or you have some mail that you just don't want to be able to see what it is, paint it black and then put things on top of it. It kind of reminds me of an old-fashioned scrapbook where they had that black paper and then you would use photo mounts to mount your photos. Over here, this was some leftovers from doing the pink and black journal. I had these strips that I had cut out. This is some more of Norella's of this new kit that she is giving away for the 12 days of Christmas. I used the diamond with flare stencil again, so it would be mimicked again in the journal. And I can't remember, I think this is from a Good Book journal kit, but I'm not positive in the background. And then I did Always Dream Big onto a scrap and then some purple fabric, Live Your Best Life. So there is some of those right there. Oh, Lisa Ann, just by being here and speaking up in the chat, you will earn junk bucks for watching. And then we have what's called in-chat games, and you'll see people to an exclamation point and then a word behind that, and I will enter it if you have enough junk bucks to gamble, and then you could win some junk bucks that way. Okay. Yeah, I don't I try not to hoard as much as I used to. I'm really trying to use the things that I have. I've had these things for years. You know, Henry and I will be married 30 years in January. I have had stuff literally since we got married, and I'm trying to use it. I'm trying to figure out how I can incorporate with things, okay? All right. Next page. Oh, let's do the raffle. Y'all get that. Let me find the prize I want to give away. Oh, we'll do this. I have a little Christmas altered paper sack. And it has a little journal card inside. And this has a little tag, so you can journal on that. This is a envelope pocket. So it's a pocket that you can glue down on 3 sides and use from behind. And then it has this little altered paper clip. This is Merry Christmas that you can put right here to help keep that closed. You can even put it on the other side, whatever you like, or you can move it somewhere else. I just have it there because the envelope kind of pops up just a little bit. All right, so we're going to pick the winner of Tuner Junk Bucks, and then we'll put this up. All right. Totally inspired by last week's Black and Pink. Yay! I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have fun. All right, let's do the giveaway. The first person to win 200 junk bucks today is Connie Barge. Congratulations, Connie. I'll get that added to your account. So now we're going to do Christmas bird envelope pocket. We'll do that. All right, that should be open now, so y'all can get in. And this is a gel print. This is a gel print, and I did some stamping. There is a tutorial coming that shows how to make that envelope, not necessarily that pattern, but the concept of that. All right, let me get a drink. Okay. I tried not to plan too much. I was trying to figure out ways that I wanted to add some elements. For example, this is some vellum that I sprayed with Tattered Angels. I crinkled it on purpose because it had some fold marks in it. And then I sprayed it with some Tattered Angels. I've got some prints from Calico Collage. This is from my Artful kit. This is from the Apothecary kit for Norella. Here's one of my gel prints. Here's another scrap of paper. I thought this time we would kind of do a flip type of a thing. So I have this piece of paper and this piece of paper. If we put it on here, then we'll be able to flip it up, okay, on our journal. So I'm going to glue these together. I don't know what the measurement is. It is 3 1/4. This was a scrap that I had on my desk by 8 1/4 inches. And it's just book page weight, so it's rather thin. So I'm just going to add this decorative paper to this side. And I think I did it right where it's the same size, or pretty close to it. Move this out of the way. This is a page from the Alice, let's see, Shabby Alice kit from Norella. That's where that one's from. I recognize the pattern. And then I printed another digital on the other side. That's from the Apothecary kit. All right, so I've got this piece. And I need to put something on the back side. So, do I want to do another gel print? It doesn't take up the whole space. Maybe what I'll do, I saw some paper earlier. Let me see if I can find it. Ah, here we go. I have this. It's from Norella. It's another digital of hers. And I think this is from the Shabby Pages. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and glue this all the way down, which will also help strengthen where I'm going to have this folded. And I am putting it directional because when you flip it up this way, that will be right side up. So kind of, and I could have gotten away with just gluing the 2 pieces of paper together, not having 3 layers, but I wanted to have a little bit thicker than that book page. Sometimes you use whatever you have on your desk to smooth your papers. All right, let's just trim that apart. I like that teal and pink paper. That's from Norella's kit. All right, I'm going to cut this down the edge here. I created another scrap. All right. So now I can fold this back. So when I glue this down and you flip it up, you'll see the pretty print up here, not the text from the page. Okay. And I've got some different Calico Collage images here. So I'm just looking to see what I have. What if we did maybe a little pocket on this piece so that it could hold these journal cards? And I just happen to have this piece here. So here's what I'm going to do. I want to cut this a little bit wider. So I'm going to open it up here. Okay. So I'm going to go across the top here and fold this edge down. This is just text weight paper, so it's really thin. To help strengthen that top edge, it's going to be a pocket. I'm just folding it over. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on there. Like so. Oh yeah, the Dazzling Diamonds is a great color to use for Tattered Angels because you can use it on anything and it doesn't alter the color because it's not putting down color again. It will add shimmer. So make sure you shake it really well. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm just folding up these edges. This is one way that if you aren't real good at math, that you can get a little pocket to fit your page. Let it add some distress inks here. Yeah, distress oxides are a lot more vibrant. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'll trim this corner. I'll trim that corner. Now I'm going to trim across this way. I'm going to trim across that way. So now I have this pocket which can fit right here at the bottom of our page. And I also have this little butterfly. I think I'm going to glue that down right in the center of that. It'll also give a little bit of some stability to that pocket. All right, so let's glue this down. Hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. You got to do something. Oh, I'm glad you learned something new. Hope you got to spend some time with someone you loved or care about. I was talking to Robin through chat, and she said that she was Zooming with a family member. That would be fun. All right, so I think that'll work. So this is going to go up here. Let's go ahead and fold our page in half just so we know where the center mark is. I think what I want to do is that's going to go somewhat in the middle of our page, and then it will flip up like so, okay? And then we'll have space behind here as well as this flip up. Oh, thank you, Janice, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, the oxides are water reactive. So you can get them wet with water or Tattered Angels, and they will blend and move. All right, I'm going to come down just a tad, put that on the page. All right, so I got a couple of cards and tags that we'll put in here, and then this will flip up like so. So we need a little something back here, I think. Do I want to do something like that? I don't know. I'm playing with it. I'm trying to decide if there's something else I want to put behind here that would be pretty. I do have some more of this pink. And what if we were to do something like that, but we'll position it so that when this is laying on top, you don't see it. Oh, I'm out of camera shot. Sorry about that. And then when you flip this up, you would see this little decoration. What do you think? Oh, thank you, Morgan. Thank you, thank you. When is Linda's last live? Well, today is my last live. No, you mean when I go on vacation? I believe the 24th will not be live. It is the last one of this year, though. January the 24th. Okay, I think I like that. We used diamonds here. Let me think about what I want to use. I am thinking about borders. What do I want to use for a border? Oh, all right. I've used it a few other times, so I'll use it again. This is one of my new stamps. It's coming one of my favorites. All right, so let's stamp that in the Mermaid Lagoon around the edges. What do you think? Just kind of gives a little pattern. There. Just adding a little pattern. You know, you adore all of them, but you know. Eclectic's a little bit more of your favorite. Okay, I think that would go. I don't know that I need this, but I may do it. Let's see. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? If I position this like that, position this down here, then this comes down. I can move it down just a tad, maybe right there, and position it that way. So I'm just going to grab a pencil and kind of put a little mark so I know where to glue this down. And I don't think it needs any more patterning on this piece. Layers! We're doing lots and lots of layers today. I'm just lining it up. So when this comes down, oops, all my things fell out of the pockets. You have a border behind there, and then when you flip this up, we'll see this element and this element. So what I need to do is make sure I don't go past here and here. Okay. So if I bring this down like that. Yep, that stays covered. Okay. So we'll glue this piece down first. I think I need to make an altered paper clip. All right, so I'm going to put this right about there. And then this is going to go on top. And I'll erase my mark here. Make sure that didn't, oh, yep. See, my stuff keeps falling out of my pocket. So I'm going to need to make a altered paper clip. You know what? I've got this fabric laying here. So I'm just going to grab some. You know what we haven't gone to the sewing machine. So I'll fold this in half right about there. We're going to go over to the sewing machine. Thank you, Giovanna, for the sewing lamb cam. The sewing lamb for the sewing cam, if I can get my words out. So I'm just going to pull this through. It's just folded in half. And I'm looking to see if there's anything else I want to add there. I thought I saw a little piece of lace here a minute ago. It wasn't there. I do have this little piece of lace. All right, so let's do this. So I'm going to poke this little piece of lace in here. And when I sew that, it'll have both layers. Oops, I pulled it too far. So just a little bit of lace right there. So I'm just going to go to the sewing machine and stitch right across here. So I'm just using a regular sewing machine. I have it set for a zigzag stitch. I've got regular thread. I'm going to try to be very careful and not sew on the actual paper clip. I'm sewing just above it. You may have to kind of help it through your machine just a little bit. Ah! Apparently I did hit the paper clip, and so my machine bounced up. I've just learned to go slow. There we go. All right, so I got it. Oops, my machine was not happy. All right, here's what I'm doing. I'm making this paper clip to go right here, which will hold our little journal cards. In fact, we can kind of alter their heights a little bit. I may see if I've got another card. Ooh, I have this green piece of paper. Let's trim that down. And maybe we'll stamp on it. Just stamp on it. So I want it to be, oh, maybe 7 inches. Let's do 7. Yeah, I know, I'm creating a scrap now. But I'm using up this piece of green paper that I had. Let's round the corners with the corner chomper. I think I did the 1/2 inch, so that's what we're going with. It's gonna be, oh, I got a little bit off, so we'll fix it. We'll just kind of use my scissors to smooth it out a little bit. That corner chomper got dropped and broke, so I had to glue the little side flares back on, and I think when I flip it over to the 1/2 inch, it's not quite lined up properly. I'm brave. Why am I brave? You just do it. Just don't get hung up on it. All right, I think that'll work. Yeah, in the background. So let's stamp something up there. How about just journal? It's a real pretty font journal. Gotta get a block. This is from my journal kit, journal quartet, rubber stamp set. Do it like that. So now we have this whole card that we can journal upon, and then this flips up. All right, so we need something back here. I've got my little strips of paper here. How about never stop exploring? That looks like a good one. Never stop exploring. Get a block. Use a strip of paper. I like to stamp it right in the middle of that strip. Remember, just even pressure. You don't have to rock it back and forth. I just realized I'm off camera. Yeah, I know it's brave. You just do it. Oh, the next raffle is for this Christmas little envelope pocket. Envelope pocket. And I can't send to Australia yet. You go down there and you tell them that they need to get their act together, Julie. All right. Maybe a little piece of fabric behind there. Oh, I have this little bitty piece of purple fabric here. It's just a little scrap. So what if we did this, where we just kind of put that across here and then did that right below it. I think that looks good. Let me zoom in so you can see it. Is it going to zoom? All right, what do you think? Just a little strip right there. I'll glue this down. Kind of lay that across. Kind of smoothing it out just a little bit. And then we'll put never stop exploring right on top of there. And it will kind of show out the side here, but I think it'll be okay. All right, let's go back out to the main so you can see it again. Oh, thankfully it landed glue side up, not down. All right, put that right here. I kind of like that. What do you think? We can send over there, though? That's funny. Because we're told we can't send to y'all because you're not accepting packages. That's what my post office said. All right, that's going to go there. So, oh, I had this envelope that I thought would look kind of cute if we put it on this page and it flipped out. So we could put something in it. I have some more little gel prints. I have this. Ooh, I have this image from Norella. I think I'm going to do this. This is from her new kit that you can get only by joining her newsletter. It's worth it. Okay. I think that would look pretty on this envelope. What do you think? We'll do some stenciling. Maybe we'll spray it with some Tattered Angels. Okay, I like that. I got my spray box out. We did have some pink, so I'm going to use the same pink again, and I'll just spritz this a couple of times. It's just really light on there, just so it adds a little bit of color. I am going to use my distress or heat tool. Oh yeah, no, I don't think we have a traveling cleaning team yet. That's what we should do, right? You pay our expenses and we'll come visit you, Manda. It's the corner chomper. It's a crop a dial corner chomper. Crop a dial corner chomper. Maybe if Robin has a chance, she'll grab the link and share it where I get it off of Amazon. Okay, so we got that part. This is going to go here. I think we need a stencil pattern in the background. So I'm going to grab a scrap of paper and let's see, what stencil do I want to use today? I'm thinking about doing a Valentine's journal. I'll have to either do it next week or the following week. I haven't decided yet. I don't know if Norella has come out with a new Valentine journal kit. I don't think she has yet. Okay, this is the Mandala flower stencil, so I'm going to use it. Mandala flower stencil. So I kind of position it where I can get both sides. I think I'm going to blend some color. So I'm going to start with the speckled egg. And then I'll use the seedless preserve. So let me find my purple. Where's my purple? And then let's use the Mermaid Lagoon. Oh, that looks cool, doesn't it? Just kind of gives some subtle patterning. And then if we put this over here, kind of gives us a little technique. All right, so let's also get, I think I'm going to use from the French Beeline Designs. Let's use French. Do I want to use French Correspondence or French Script? I'm going to use French Script. I haven't used it in a while. And I'm not going to put it on a mat or a block. I'm just going to grab this and kind of ink it a little and then just touch it to the envelope in places. Okay, just adding a little pattern. All right, so I've got this going so far. I think I want to put this to where it flips out that way. So I have this gel print piece. I think I'm going to trim it to be about a 1-inch strip. Let's see what that ends up getting me. And then I will cut it down to be the same length as the envelope. So this is how I'm going to mount my envelope to the page, by making a little strip on the edge. Alright, so I'm looking at this paper. It feels like it could be flimsy, but first what I'm going to do is add some distressed ink to this edge that didn't get any color. I think I'll go ahead and use the French correspondent or French script and stamp over it. Alright, so this guy is going to go right here. So I'm going to put a strip of glue and then glue this strip, but I want it to go past the envelope, about 1/2 inch, since I did 1 inch. So then I'll just smooth this out gently. Try not to move your paper. It can slide a little bit. Okay. I think what I'll go ahead and do is, while I'm waiting on that to dry, I'll go ahead and put our rose on the page. Oh, okay, cool, Norella, get it put together, woman. Send me this stuff as soon as you can so I can print it and fussy cut and plan. That's what we'll do then. Okay, I kind of like that. And let's check my little folio. See if there's anything I want. I put that on there. I don't know. I may not. I tore it. It's too late. I may have to use it. I was going to look at my little booklet to see maybe there's some words I could use, like flourish. It kind of covers up the Paris. I don't know. May need something else. Oh, I've got this little purple piece of paper. I don't think that's the right color, though. Maybe a little piece of pink. Maybe something like that. A little collage. How's that? Oh yeah, I have Enchanted Rose. This one is from Norella's new kit, Whimsical, that you can only get if you sign up for her newsletter. And she's sending out a newsletter tomorrow, I think she said. Yeah, if you don't cut. Thank you, Norella. You got the craft glass. That's cool. Okay, so I'm going to glue down the Paris piece. And that's one of Beeline Design stamps. I painted some book pages and then I sprayed them with Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist. So I painted them ivory and then I sprayed them with Tattered Angels to give them a color. And then I stamped on top of that. I'm going to add some distressings to this piece. And then stamped on top. So you get this really unique ephemera that you can make. Wednesday, okay. So she'll send a new email Wednesday, and that'll have the link for the freebie. Well, if you signed up already, then you should have it in your email. Go check your email, woman. I think we'll put that right there. Okay. It makes a whole journal kit. The 12 days of freebies that she gave away has envelopes and tags and journal cards and journal pages. All right, so this should be dry. What I'm doing now is just folding over this edge. Okay. And that's going to go on my page over here. Like that. And I'm thinking about a scrap of paper that I saw earlier. I have this piece. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I hate to just waste it, you know. I could make that just because it's crinkly. But maybe what I'll do is I'll fold this. Maybe I'll fold it in thirds. And if I glue this down behind our envelope, we'll just have this funky little paper right behind the envelope. What do you think? I think I like this idea. Okay. So what I need to do to facilitate this is put this piece right up against it in the center. And then I'm going to glue this piece down. Make sure I got it right side up. We did that on a journal or two. Kind of put it in the middle. And then just helping that glue smooth out there. So this opens up. And then we have this piece. I don't think it needs anything else. I think this is something that you can add whatever you want embellishment-wise when you get the journal. It's room to grow. I like it. I may have a journal card. Let's see. I saw some earlier. I don't know if that's too big. It is. It's too big. That postcard is too large. It will not fit. I think that one's too big. Oh, no, that'll fit. Completely random. Something I found in my stash. One of Norella's script journal cards, I think. It's got all kinds of calligraphy writing. Look how I like that. So, you know, you've got a relatively smooth page here from the Apothecary Journal, and then you open it up, and you have a flip-out envelope that you can then do something here. And then we have this little fold-out piece that you can add whatever you want to it, behind it, whatever. I may put, let's do that. I've got a little rose image that I'll put right here. That'll give us a little way to tuck our envelope flap. You didn't see the 12 days? Go look from Calico Collage. The 12 days of freebies. I don't want to get it too high up. I like it. And then this flips up. So we have writing space up here as well as here. And then we have several journal cards that are paper clipped in so they don't fall out in the back. I like it. All right, we got 5 o'clock, so I need to make, I think, one more page. I gotta count how many I have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so I have somewhere. Where did they go? Why did you leave me? Why did you forsake me? Here we go. I've got a couple of composition notebook journal papers, or lined note paper. And I think we're going to spray these with Tattered Angels. And we're going to use some stencils. I haven't added this one, but it's going to be my wild stencil set. So I'm going to put that down. I like it because it's got the holes, so the page below will have that pattern, but when I mop up, it's going to be a reverse image. It'll be kind of fun to see this. All right, so I'm grabbing the Royal Peacock. You can also use the Curious or True Turquoise. And I think I also want soft. This is Deep Pink from the Dancing Dragonflies set. It's darker than Party Pink. Okay, I like that. And I've got the Dancing Dragonflies Purple Pop. So it's kind of a purpley lavender. Okay. Like a variety of colors here. And then we're going to take the other page. So when I do a composition notebook, I open it up to the center of the journal and I'll remove the stitching. And when I do that, I can then get out this full sheet of paper with the lines going in the correct direction. All right, so I'm going to spray the back. A couple of the colors just so that it has that on there. I'm going to dry it with my heat tool just a slight amount because it's kind of damp. And I'm going to keep my heat tool moving. I'm not going to keep it in one spot because I do have a stencil below there and I do not want it to melt. Okay, perfect. Oh, it went to your spam folder. See, gotta go check. All right, so here's the mop-up paper that it made. And then here is the stencil paper that it made. So I'm going to spray the back side a little bit. Add a little bit of that turquoise. I want this to be dry. I want to stamp on top of it. So I need it to be dry. It is weird and annoying. Well, I didn't even have Norella's newsletter, so I guess I'll have to sign up again for it. I know I had it for a while. But I do have a couple of different email addresses, so. All right, so we've got these 2 pages. I'm going to dry this one a little bit. I may not use both of them. I think I may just use one. And I kind of like the light color that's on this side a little bit. But I'm going to add some more. I'm going to do the Seedless Preserve, so the little purple, kind of add a little color. I'm just adding a little bit of color on the edges. Kind of gives it that blended effect. Okay. Let's see what I've got in these words from Norella. How about we'll do a little collage with a postcard. I've got a number. Ooh, I have on this day. And I have a number. I'm just grabbing a couple of things I think I could use. Gratitude, that'll work. I like this little book that I made because now I can flip through it really fast and find a little something that I could use. All right, I like to stamp around the outside edges. I don't know why, I just have fun doing that. So I use a variety of different stamps. You can look at your stamps a little differently. You don't necessarily have to use them in the way that they were intended. So let's see here. What do I want to use today? Oh, here we go. We've got the, this is Sketched Wildflowers. Since we've got flowers, we're going to do more flowers. So I want to stamp this where it's just coming over the edge just a little bit. Which also helps when I use that distress ink around the edge. I'll put some right here. Just to add a little more pattern to the page. It's very subtle. That's why you're not supposed to step away, Morgan. You're supposed to stay glued to the screen the entire time. You might miss something. I'll go down this way. And just to be different on the other side, we'll do a different stamp around the edge. So I'm just adding a little more distress ink around that perimeter. And I've got my Ribbon Rose. This time I think I'm going to use the Mermaid Lagoon color from Distress Oxides. Oh, it's real subtle. So it's enough that there's a pattern there. I don't even know if y'all can see it. It's really faint. But that's what I wanted. And this is a technique where you can add so much color and pattern and texture to a page without adding a lot of bulk to it. Yeah, sign up through Norella's link that she did so she could get the emails. All right, you're signed up. Signed up now. Get the freebies from Norella. Okay. I think I need to re-ink my stamp pad, but I got it. I got it done. All right, so I've got this little postcard. I have the word gratitude. Let's grab a piece of this fabric that I had a while ago. Maybe we'll make one big enough to go behind the word gratitude. And we can stick that like there. And then I have the number 21. And we have the word vintage. So let's put that on the other side. So maybe we'll do something like that. A little different on that side. Okay, let's glue those in place. Love that trick. Adding the image, stamped images around the edge. Well, let's put that there. We'll put this on top. Oh, yeah, promotions folders. The numbers are from one of the small ephemera of Norella. This word, I print that page instead of printing it as a full 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. I will tell my computer to print it as a 4 by 6 photo or a 5 by 7 photo, and it will give me a much smaller word to choose from. You like the daisy fabric? I think it was Thanksgiving weekend. Henry needed a fabric piece for some embroidery he was working on. So I went to Joanne Crafts, and they had all of their Calico fabrics for 50% off, and I had an additional 20% off my purchase coupon. So I bought this one and a purple print. I don't see it right now, but you'll see it in the journal because I did use it a couple of times. Okay, I like that. All right, so we've got a couple more thingies here. So let's see. Let's see what we shall use on this day. I think this one can be a little collage-y. Maybe we'll put the 2 cents over there. And I happen to have a little piece of gel print paper. Gel print paper. Maybe a little piece to go behind that. Got this little piece. I think it needs something else though. So, what do I have laying here? That green doesn't go, but maybe some fabric will. Ooh, what about this? That would go. I think that's what we needed right there. I have this little basket that I put all my scraps of fabric in. I deliberately do tear strips from fabric, and I just toss them all in there. Okay, I think I like that, and I think this needs something else. Maybe it needs the green behind it. I'm going to do this, so. Oh, I have this piece of black. Would that piece of black be enough? I think the green is better. I know, I talk to myself about it. That's what I do, man. All right, so just to make it easier, if I do a 1 inch, that's not enough. If I do it this way, at 1 inch, okay, that's what I want. And then we're going to turn it this way. And it's got to be more than 1 inch, so probably 1.25 inches. Get rid of the scrappy pieces, and then this should go right here on top. And what we can do is I'm going to push this up to the corner and use that as a guide to cut the corners. So then the mat will kind of match the top. And then we'll apply some distress inks to that. And then this will go on there. So it gives us a little bit more brightness to that. Okay, put the 2 cents. I'm giving you my 2 cents right here. All right, I want to show you some of the other things that I've made. So I'm going to switch gears. I think I have enough pages pre-made now. So I'll show you some of the other pages, and then we'll make the cover for the journal. And I think this needs some distress ink. We'll layer these together. Well, Julie, you know, if you like messing with scraps of random fabrics, I mean, they're going to be completely all random stuff. You want that variety. $5 is a cheap investment. Then you got to spend the time taking it apart, but that's not a bad investment. And that really gives you that scrappy, vintagey mixed look because you don't really have a lot of each piece. Some people said that they did have quite a bit that would show up in theirs. It just kind of depends upon what color scheme you end up getting. I'm going to cut another piece of this little fabric. Put that right there. I try not to buy too many things. I did buy some fabric because I didn't have any left in that color. Like this. I didn't have anything like that. And then I bought another one that had purples in it because I didn't have any. All right, so I'm going to move this out of the way for a moment. Okay, so we made a few journal pages so far today. I'm trying to clean up my desk a little bit here. Move some stuff back that I don't need. Slide it on out of the way. All right, so we made this journal page. We made this journal page today with the flip out and the accordion fold crinkly paper. And then this flips up. So we had some different flip up options. Then I had this journal page where I had some black and layered some pinks. And then I had another black. Now this time, this is from my label stencil, and I traced it onto another piece of paper. I used some Distress Oxide with my lace stencil to get this pattern in the background. This is another one of Norella's images. This is from the Positive Vibes kit. This is a couple of the butterflies from Beeline Designs, I will stamp mine out and hand color them, and then I'll scan them into my computer. That way I can reprint them, and if I want, I can change the size of them, and you don't have to recolor each one if that's a color scheme that you enjoy. So Beeline Designs and my website, lindaisrael.com, with my rubber stamps allow you to scan those into your computer. You cannot sell the digital image, but you can sell works made with the scan. Make sense? Physical works. Another scrap of the purple. This is the purple fabric that I got that I just thought was so pretty, and I just works out really well. A torn Bible page in the background. Over here, I had this embossed adornment, I think is what it's called, adornment, that's on ornate adornment, I think, is in my website, and I had done it a long time ago on black paper, and so I just tore a piece of this kind of purpley paper and put it on top after I stamped it with this spiraling vine in the background. This was from a while ago that I took a piece of fabric and glued it to a piece of cardstock. I had some edges that I had punched, scraps, and then this is Expect Great Things, which is another one of my stamps with some cheesecloth behind there. I made my own little postcard. I used from the Postal Cube. Yeah, Postal Cube. There's 4 different stamps. This is one of them, as well as this cancellation. I used from my Ironworks Arrow, I think is what it's called. I have to look it up. Arrow border, and I just put a scrap of paper here and then stamped it going that way, so you get that look of like a postcard. Up here I used the butterfly faux postage stamp and colored that in with some Tattered Angels and or some colored pencils, I don't remember. That'll go there. Just a little journal card with a tab that I sewed some fabric scraps to. I think that's got some cheesecloth and fabric. This is the other envelope that comes in the kit for the freebie, and I did line the inside, and then I made a little journal card using the same henna rose in the corner. So I'll put that in here. And then this is just a piece of purple paper that I had. I just thought it would be kind of pretty with the variations of colors behind there. This is some more of those strips I had left over. Thank you, Sam, for your donation. Be the change you wish to be. This is my new corner rose stamp, and I colored it with colored pencils and then went in and watercolored that. Watercolor pencils, that's what I meant to say. And then stamped around the edge. Again, that's where I used these sketched wildflowers around the edge, but I used that purple preserves, seedless preserves. Over here I used my butterfly or dragonfly stencil in the background. This is another one of Norella's freebie that she's given away for the 12 days of Christmas, and I just tore it and put it in the corner. Here's some more of that purple fabric, and then just a little tag. I cannot find my tag punch. I don't know what happened to it, so I've got to find it, or I'm going to go buy another one because I like it that much that I don't think I would be sad if I had 2. So we did that. This was another mop-up paper, and I just did some stamping around the edge over here. I didn't really stamp down this way. I thought it was fine the way it was. This was a punch-out paper that was given to me, and I added some glitter to the top of it. More of Norella's images here. This is my corner border, corner stamp. I don't know why I said corner border, but it's a corner stamp that I believe is here. And I think I got this one upside down. Corner swirl is what that is. Oh yeah, and I have the tiny canning jar. I know I didn't use that today, but I do have one. And then I showed y'all this one. And then I've got some pre-printed ones. So what I'm going to do, stack all these up. I've got some others that I've made. Let's see what we've got going. Oh yeah, I need that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good. I have one more page that I made. This was, again, just some random pieces that were left over. I made this one a while back, and I just decided to use it today. So for my cover, I was playing around with some ideas, and I have kind of got most of it started. I just wanted to show you. Yeah, check my tool bag. Probably, Robin. I think I may have taken it to one of the workshops up at the shop, or it's in a box is all I can figure, because I have yet to find it. It's here somewhere, I know. If I don't find it by the time I go on the vacation, Robin, it'll be your job to find it in this room. Lots of different color pages, exactly. Margie was here. She's still here, I think. All right, so here's what I did. This is one of my pages from the Artful kit. I cut a piece of cardstock that I had in my 12 by 12 stash to be 9 by 11.5, just to make it slightly larger. And then I glued those together, first making sure I glued some strips of this fabric underneath so I could have those as a tie. I zigzag stitched around them. I have not done anything to the inside. I think I'm just going to leave it. But here's something really cool and complicated that I made. So I made this starting with basically a 5 by 7 top load envelope. So I think it's 7.5 by 5.5. These were given to me because of where I used to work, and we had several thousand of these left over, and I ended up with what was left, and I think I'm down to like 100 if I had that many. They did not have adhesive up here, so no one else really wanted them. They didn't want to tape them shut, so I brought them home. So what I did was I took one of these and I cut this edge and cut this edge, so then it was a full open piece. And then I started adding more paper to these pieces to make this little guy. So what I've got here is, it looks like an old-fashioned tied envelope, does it not? You see how thick and chunky this is? This is going to go on the front of our journal. So I have in the pocket here some of Norella's new kit. This is from the Artful kit. This is from her new kit, and I did a rubber stamping, Follow Your Soul. It's blank on the back. I made this pocket. This was a gel print, gel print, gel print. Some cardstock I had in my stash. I punched some circles, and then we unwind. This is just some wax linen thread that I added some charms to. This opens up, and then it flips down. Oh wait, I forgot to show you this. Right here is one of Norella's folios. And you open this up. I did stencil from the December Stencil Club. And then I added some of her images to the inside pocket. And then I just used a piece of ribbon on the side to tie it shut. And again, this is from her new freebie, 12 Days of Christmas. How many times have I said that today? Y'all shouldn't be asking, where did that come from? Well, Linda said it like 30 times. All right, so I'm just tying it back shut, and that goes right here. Okay. Then this flips down, and we've got a little tuck spot. I use that same henna rose around the edge. This is my dragonfly stamps. And then these are some more of Norella's images. The Majestic is part of the kit. We go up here, and I've got one of Norella's mason jars, and I've got my library card, a tiny envelope that holds my tiny postcard, a little scrap of fabric and a little tag. This is on top of from the Artful kit. This is an envelope that when you flip it over is tucked here, and then this comes out and goes back in. It goes back under. And then this is from Norella's kit again, and I just made it a slight tuck spot right there. Then you close this back. This will fold this way now. And I stamped it with the Bella Rose, the music, and the French script, and one of Norella's images. And then this is a little pocket. No, this is just a folio. I didn't add any more decoration to it other than to stencil the inside. And then put this back over here. And then this is a little tuck spot here. And I use that same paper in another journal page. And then this is the actual envelope where I cut down the sides. And then it flips this way. And you have this writing space up here. And over here, I added a book page that I adhered on this edge that has pockets. A pocket with some journal cards in it. Just stamping on top of it. I didn't feel it needed any additional embellishment on the pocket. You could add something if you want, but flip this over, and then we have another journaling space. Yeah, there's a lot of details, lots of hidden stuff. That's why I wanted to take the time to show it to you. I knew it was going to take time. It would take me too long to have done this live. So this one is a pocket on a piece of gel print. These are my gel prints that I used around the edges here. Gel print, then stamped over the top of it. And this flips over, and you'll have this area. We've got a journal card. This is my library card and my swirling note card stamped and fussy cut. Another gel print. Or no, this is a mixed media page. This is where I daubed paint. One of Norella's images. This closes that way. Then this goes that way, and we have a tuck spot here as well. So then we flip this back, we flip this back, we flip this up, we flip this up. This goes back in here. This goes back in here. This comes down. Try to get everything straight. And then we just... I've got this wrapped around once and then hanging down. So then I'm just going to go up here and kind of do a little figure 8. And then that will keep that closed. So what I want to do is take this page or journal cover and fold it in half and glue this on the front cover. It's going to cover up, I know, some of the pattern here, but that's where I want to put it. Yeah, this is a humongous challenge, Robin. I would not make this a challenge for somebody. I don't know how many flip outs. I'll have to go back through it again. I used text weight paper. I used book page. I used cardstock. I used envelopes. I used 3 envelopes in this mess. Okay, so now I'm just going to put this in the middle here. And press it into place. Because it's really too chunky to have gone in the journal, but it's its own little entity on the cover. That's what I thought anyway. I wanted something different. People have been asking for this as a tutorial. Oh, really? Well, maybe that's what I should do, is do a tutorial on there. Yeah, it shouldn't be not much of a challenge to do it again. I'll just go through all my scraps again. All right, so there is the cover. So I'm just going to put my journal pages in the order that I want to put that together. So these are my printed papers. I'm going to use the one from Norella's kit as the first page. This is from the Apothecary Journal. That's from her Shabby Florals. This is from the Shabby, I can't remember, but that's from the All About Robins. All right. Put that there. Got mop-up papers there. And I think I want that for the center of our journal, since it's got the interactive pieces. Oh, thank you, Janice, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And then I have a scrapbook paper page. Put that here. Okay. I'm trying to get a good sense of how I want this to be laid out. This one here. In black. Magical. Printed. Another black. Let's do another printed. Text weight paper. Scrapbook paper. Our center page. All right, so I'm just going to line these all up in the center of my journal cover. This is one chunky journal. Oh my goodness. Get my tools out, and then I'll flip back through it again. And whoever wins this, you're going to have to wait, because apparently I'm going to have to make a tutorial, so I'll be using this as a sample to make my tutorial. Next Monday, I think we're going to make a Valentine journal. Norella's supposed to be coming up with a new kit. I just realized my cover is so thick. I probably should have waited to glue the layered pocket onto my cover after I bound it together. All right, we're going to put that there. My little template's falling apart. We need to make a new one. Yeah, I've always said no, and now you know why. It takes too much daggum time. It's not a 10-minute job. This is a long job. All right, so I'm going to line this up. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Janice. Thank you, Tanya, Sam, Connie, Manda, Janice, Ruby, Morgan, Lori, Robin again, Rhonda, and Margie for your donations today. I greatly appreciate your support. All right, so I'm going to line this up best I can in the center. Did I show you something new today? Did I inspire you to try something different? Heck, you probably don't really need my tutorial. You just need to sit down and play with scraps of paper and make a little flippy floppy cover like I did. If you don't have an envelope, cut a piece of paper to look like an envelope. So if you don't have this size envelope that I use, then just cut paper to be that size. Scroll this up. I missed my hole. I made a large hole there. Linda, pay attention to what you're doing. Go slow. Come on. I pulled the needle through and the thread was not with the needle. Oh my goodness. Okay, do that again. Use the first Thursday of the month to do a tutorial challenge. You think so? That'll be a good date. All right. Tie it off. Tie it off. Okay. Cut this off. I'm leaving them long in case we decide. I say we. You, when you get this, if you want to put charms on the center. Okay. Yes, go through all your kits and make a page from each journal. Exactly. That's kind of what I did here. I mean, granted, not every kit, but I did use several different kits. Don't mess with the dates on your calendars. Need tutorials. Need tutorials. All right, I'm working on a few. All right, so I need to sign it. So I'm going to open it up to the back and get my stamp and my ink. Got this Journal Made By. It's a rubber stamp I offer in my shop. So if you ever needed a custom stamp, I have the ability to do that. I can even say this journal made by, and we can put your name. That is an option that you can do. Just message me and then I can send you a quote for how much it would be. 12/27/2021. The year is almost gone. Can you believe it? You'd be cussing. Well, you just can't let it get to you, okay? Now, I did put the tie here, and my thinking was it is kind of bulky, so if I wrapped it around, I think I got it wrong side out. Okay, wrapped it around this way, held it, and then if I wrapped it going the other direction and then held it, that I could tie a little bow here on the side. So it has that look of a wrapped journal, but it's actually tied right here. So if you don't like the wraps on the outside, you don't have to have it, okay? If you sign up right now, Ruby Lily, I still have the Christmas ones in stock, and that's what I would ship to you right now. If you want to wait, then you'll wait until February the 25th, I think it is, the last Monday of February. You love it? Well, thank you. All right, y'all get in to win this chance at the We Wish You Little Merry Christmas folded pocket envelope that I made out of a paper sack. And there's a tutorial coming. I just got to edit it and get it loaded up on the computer. You're like, you have both. Yeah, just either way. You love the cup. Thank you, Connie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's just something different. I thought y'all will enjoy it. All right, so let's pick the winner of our little pocket. And then I will go through this journal again. And y'all ask questions if you have any questions. I'll kind of go through it again. I'll even flip out the front. I just won't describe everything again. I'll just show it. And I'm going to make a tutorial on how I made this pocket thing on the cover, okay? Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, giveaway. All right, the winner of the Christmas envelope pocket is Sandra L. Congratulations, Sandra. It's good to see you at the live streams. I know you've been busy lately. All right, so let's do that. And I need Eclectic 1, Eclecdic. All right, so if you donated today, you now can join the raffle. If you want a chance to win this journal, your donation is actually a membership to my website at lindaisrael.com. So when you make a donation here, I will then get you added. If you go to my website, create a user account and say, hey, my username on YouTube is this. I donated. I'll get you added. And then as a part of your membership, you get several freebies that I offer in my shop. You get a discount on items in my shop. And when you donate that day, you get a chance to win the journal. Okay? Yay! All right. So Robin, Janice, Tanya, Sam, Connie, Manda, Janice, again, thank you for your donation. Ruby, Morgan, Lori, Robin again, Rhonda, and Margie. Thank you all for your donations. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, Margie isn't here, so we'll have to get in for her. So I'll do that at the end. She had to leave. All right, so I cut a strip of fabric. It still hasn't quite gotten all the frayed edges done because it's a new strip that's been torn. And this is tying it shut. Okay. And it's kind of fluffy. You can see how fluffy it is. The front cover is an envelope that started out like this. I cut down the sides, and then I started adding papers to it. So if we take this guy and unwrap it, there's a pocket here with a couple of journal cards in it. Use some gel prints. This is a great way to use up these gel prints. And I made the flap the same color as this piece because I just thought it worked out really well. I punched a hole through this cover and put the brad in, and then I covered the backside with another piece of paper so you don't see it. And this one is in the back of this pocket, and I put a piece of masking box, what do you call that, shipping tape over the back. Thank you, Sandra, for your donation to cover that up so that it wouldn't snag when I stuck things inside of there. And then this is one of Norella's little folio cards. It's a kit that's part of the 12 days of Christmas that she had giving away this year. Thank you, Sandra, for your donation. Okay, and then I open this up, and down here we have a journal card cluster that you can pull out from. This is the henna rose that I stamped around the outside edge, and then use some of these freebies that Norella offers through her email. This is one of my rubber stamps. It's a dragonfly. And then up here, this is a series of envelopes. So this is an envelope on top that has some goodies in it. And then you flip it out. It has a journal card on the inside from Norella's freebie. She is here. She is here. Gotcha. Gotcha. This is a little tuck spot here. And then flip this back. And this envelope goes that way. And you can open it up. Get rid of this guy. And this has a little folio piece that Norella has in her kit. This goes there. And this was on here. This is the envelope portion. I just stamped around the edge and added some Tattered Angels, I think, maybe some Distress Oxide. And then open this up, and I stamped on the inside of the envelope. Then I glued another book page down this side and stamped over the top of it, making this pocket. This is a gel print. Some more of Norella's cards. This flips out this way, and I stamped and used some of Norella and my rubber stamps, stencils too, on some things. This flips out. There's a pocket here. This is a pocket there. Then this flips that way. And there's a tuck spot over here. And then you flip it back like so, like this, and down. And then you go around the outside, around the outside, around the outside, and back down. Then we have these little charms. I don't even know if you can see them. Little dragonfly charms. Snow spam! Alright, so then that chunky bit flops over. And it keeps it rather firm, so you can still write in the journal. It's chunky. All right, so this is from Norella's kit, again, that she offers. I'll wait till the dancing sheep goes by. Thank you, Ruby. You like all those hidden spots? You're guarding the shop today. Ah. All right, Norella's kit that she's offered. Here I did some stenciling with Tattered Angels. I did some stamping around the outside edge. Used one of Norella's words, one of my little postage card stamps. Thank you so much for your donations today. Used some black paper and the background. I thought that was kind of fun, adding the black in here with the touches of purples and pinks. Lots of layers. And then using the teal. with the Sweet Elegance journal kit. And then some of these crazy patterns that I just put down. And I saw that I have a text spot here. I have a little journal card. Yeah, that'll work. Just a little flower journal card there. This was a mop-up page. And I just added some other elements. Sticker that I had in my stash. One of Norella's butterflies. More stenciling. This is my Art Deco stencil that I used around the outside edge. Another one of the black papers and then angling the papers on top. Yeah, it does make everything stand out, doesn't it? Yeah, I used a composition notebook paper. Here I just layered some elements. This is some sheet music in the background. One of Norella's images, fabric, stamp. One of Norella's images that was a strip left over. And then I stenciled onto a scrap of paper. This is from the Apothecary kit. This is from her Shabby Floral kit. And I tried to alternate where I put things so that I wasn't always putting things at the bottom. I tried to put some up at the top. Live life in full color. This is just scrapbook paper. So I just added some things I had. This is from the Dragonfly Delight kit. I can't remember what that one's from. Apothecary kit. Here's where we did the center of the journal and it flips out. And we have this crinkly paper that you can write on. Then we made a little journal pocket out of an envelope. Go get in your stamp, go get in your room and play, right? And then this is a flip up here. So we have this writing space in decoration. We have writing space here. And then we flip this back down. Have a paper clip that's just help hold everything together. And then we have journal cards. This was from the Artful kit. And I tried to layer it so that you saw this paper, but you didn't see everything behind it until you flip it up. So it's a little bit of a surprise. Just a little bit of a surprise. I'm trying to just alternate these so that it kind of has a look here. There. Flip it over. It's a journal card I made a long time ago. Just did some stamping randomly all over. I think that was the French script. This is the diamond bar stamp. This is the beach rose and one of Norella's butterflies in the center. And stamping around the edge. Little tuck spot there. You love this journal you want? Love the techniques. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, you can always spray the paper with black tattered angels to change the color. Here's more of that black paper. Another one of these layered page. Oh, we have on this day twice, but that's okay. It happens. You see the difference from stitching it and not stitching it. And I think that's fine to have the different variety. Y'all have a happy and safe new year. I hope that you enjoy it. Do some things with your friends and family. And then this is a paper outpost pocket that I just kind of showed my technique of doing it. So it's all these little pockets. You can even put something in the front if you want. Another little envelope from Norella. I shrunk it, made it a smaller envelope. Sweet Elegance. I think that turned out really pretty. I love this look. I may have to do some more of this in different colors just because it looks pretty. Yeah, try spraying some white copy paper. See how it does. You spray it with some black ink or black paint. You like it? So again, I did it this way. You can choose to just tie a bow here if you want, but I cinched it up and then wrap this around. Wrap this around, and then I'm going to tie it in a bow here on the side. Could have made it a little bit longer, but I think this way it doesn't get tangled. There it is. Fluffy journal. You see how fluffy that is? Something different. Love it. Happy New Year. I love it. I want more of it. Alrighty, so let's look. Sandra, Robin, Janice, Tanya, Sam, Connie, Manda, Janice again, Ruby, Morgan, Lori, Robin again, Rhonda, and Margie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people. Yay, you're all in. Okay, you ready? Are you ready? It was very different, for sure. All right, we'll pick a winner. And the winner today of this fabulous journal that you're going to get in probably another 2 weeks, because I got to make a tutorial, as I've been told, is Rhonda. Congratulations, Rhonda. You won the journal today. Yay! Yeah, I know you'll be okay with waiting a little bit longer. All righty. It is time to clean up my desk. Henry will be home shortly. I think Monday I'm going to be doing a Valentine journal. So I guess I'll clean everything off my desk that I don't think I'll need for that kit, and pull some pink things. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Woohoo, Rhonda! Congratulations! You get the fold-out thingy. the fold-out journal cover? I don't know what to call that. But it makes it, I don't know, I think it makes it very unique. I hope you like the idea. I've been trying to figure out a way to make this into a project, and I just sat down yesterday and said, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. And I actually started Saturday. No, not Saturday. Friday. No, I started Friday. And then I came in yesterday and worked a little bit on Sunday, and then finished it up today. Because it took a while to kind of contemplate the sizes of envelopes, the sizes of pieces of paper. But now that I've done it once, I can just kind of say, okay, I want this size, this size, this size, this size. So, Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Yay! I'm so glad you like it, and I appreciate your support. Again, give this video a thumbs up. Share it with your friends. Leave a comment after the video is over. Let me know what you thought about this. Envelope, hidden pockets, fold out. There you go, Tanya. Envelope, hidden pockets, fold out. More time to fill your cart. Exactly, Rhonda. Exactly. Alrighty. Well, y'all have an amazing day. Happy New Year. Do something fun. Henry and I will probably stay home because it's safer that way. We'll probably watch a movie or something until midnight, and probably go to bed early. Who knows? We're old, Again, I love you all. I hope that you are blessed beyond measure, that you have all the things that you can love and hope for in your life. Y'all have an amazing week, and I will see you next week. Lots of love to you. Bye, everybody. Happy New Year.